Hey guys, so today's video is a step-by-step tutorial on how to cover acne and redness. I struggled with acne all through high school and my teen years. I promise you there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I know that it feels awful, that it affects your self-confidence and your feeling of self-worth, but I promise you there are a few very simple tips and tricks that can actually help you to cover up your acne and have beautiful, radiant, glowing skin and, not just have to feel so terrible about yourself. So if you want to learn how to cover up all of those little red blemishes and spots on your skin, then please keep on watching. Now the first step in concealing pimples and acne is to use a primer that actually will help to smooth out the surface of the skin. I am using the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, and I will be listing drugstore alternatives to all of the products that I use in this video in the description bar down below, so make sure that you check that out. But these primers are effectively made for concealing pores, but because acne is texture on the skin, the silicone in these primers will actually help to smooth out the skin as well and help to minimize that rough surface. When choosing a foundation to cover acne, you need to consider that you want something that will make your skin look really beautiful, fresh and glowing. Typically, acne sufferers are also oil sufferers, so you also need a foundation that is going to help control the oil production on your face, and also a product that is going to last you all day long, because you don't want those little red dots to return halfway through the day, even though you left the house looking perfect. My first choice in acne covering foundation is the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation. This is a very healthy looking foundation. It's very luminous and natural looking on the skin, but at the same time it covers pretty much anything. It has great pigmentation and it also will last a very long way during the day. Has great longevity and also controls oil very well. So I am just using a small blending sponge and I am working a thin layer of this product all over the face. Now it's time to go in and conceal the actual acne spots. Now to do this, I am using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is a very high coverage concealer, but at the same time it has a very thin consistency. So as you can see, I'm using a small eyeshadow brush and I am dotting that on all of the areas where she has acne. Covers up the redness. I'm using it in the same color as the foundation, just dotting that on any areas of redness and any areas where she has acne, and then I'm going to start blending that into the skin just using that same blending sponge. Now you will notice that I am using dabbing motions only and I am not using swiping motions. If you use swiping motions or you use a brush, effectively what you do is actually wipe off the product that you've already applied, and that pretty well defeats the purpose of what we've just done. So just use nice gentle dabbing motions to work the product into the skin. I'm now going to take a concealer that is a couple of shades darker than her natural foundation color. Now the purpose behind this is, if you think about contouring, the areas where we apply darker colors on the face, we cause those areas to recede and attract less light and attention. It typically works the same for acne, and I do see a lot of people making the mistake of using a concealer that is lighter than their skin tone to try and cover their acne, but that actually highlights the texture and highlights the acne, therefore drawing more attention and focus to these areas. You can see here as I'm doing it, applying that darker color, like the redness and the texture just melts away and blends right into the skin. Now once again, I just used nice soft dabbing motions, and now we're going to move on to covering a little bit of redness. Now she gets a little bit of redness and rosacea underneath the eye area, so taking a very orange based salmon color, I'm going to apply this product on another very small eyeshadow brush in any of the areas where she has redness. Now you can use this directly over acne if you want, it does work very well, but I find that the two concealers combined covers the acne perfectly, and I only need to use this salmon color for redness. Now you can see, going back in with that same brush using a tiny little bit more concealer, that redness just really disappears right in front of your eyes and leaves her skin looking very natural and healthy. Now to set and powder this foundation and concealer, I'm going to be using this powder here. This is the Hourglass Ambient lighting powder in the color Dim Light. Now this is a powder that will actually blur out imperfections on the skin and essentially help to also disguise the texture on the skin. Now you can see here I am using that same sponge that I used to apply the other products to apply the powder, using the same gentle dabbing motions. This is going to avoid actually wiping off any product. It's going to deposit the powder directly into the pores and over the areas of, you know, extra coverage, and it's just going to give the skin a really nice blurred out photoshopped appearance and help really hide those imperfections and hide that textured surface. Now this is what her skin looks like with the Flawless foundation routine finished. As you can see, she's got even skin tone, all of the redness is gone, and you can hardly see those acne spots. Now I do want to also stress how important it is to add a little bit of colour back to the face after covering all your acne. It will help you look healthy, glowing, and you know, like all of this coverage does create quite a mask effect. So as you can see here, adding the colour and, you know, the shine back into her skin has really helped her look quite youthful and radiant. So that is it for this tutorial, guys. I hope that those of you suffering acne find it helpful, and please leave me your questions and suggestions down in the comments section below. I'm happy to answer any questions of those of you who suffer from acne. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!